Author Dale Bristow-Bovey is joining me in studio. Now he's going to introduce us to his crazy adventures that you can read about in One Midlife Crisis and a Speedo. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you today?
I'm very well. I'm just trying to keep track of which camera you keep looking in, but there's
so many cameras.
It's a battery.
Here.
It's like it's quite impressive. I'm just going to keep looking at all of you.
That will be awkward for the viewer, I think.
Hold still, Dan. Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite
Good.
warm outside. I don't know if you know this.
No, I don't, because I've been in this nice temperature
You people never
building.
leave here. Yeah. So it's a hive of industry.
They chain us in here and lock all the doors.
Mm.
So your book, One Midlife Crisis and a Speedo.
Yes, in that order. Yeah.
Now, you went through a midlife crisis that you tell us about in this book. Just introduce us to it again, because obviously our viewers haven't read it. When did you know you were going through this crisis? What turned for you?
First of all, I'm not sure why it's so obvious that the readers haven't read it. You should all have read it. I don't understand why you haven't, because it's been out for nearly a month. I realized I was having a midlife crisis one day when I was in the middle of the ocean, and I was swimming with sharks. I dived off the side of the boat. I was in the middle of the sea, the Indian Ocean. There were sharks all around, and I'd come there for the purpose of swimming with sharks. And I realized I don't swim very well. I'm scared of the deep, and there's a whole lot of toothy creatures around me. And I suddenly realized that I'm doing weird things, right? I'm making bad errors of judgment. I'm doing things that possibly a wise man who is in control of his life wouldn't be doing.
Right.
So, like, why am I doing this? I asked myself. And I realized it's because I'm an idiot who is having a midlife crisis and who's going, well, I have to do this thing in order to feel young or feel like I can still do things. And so that's when I realized that if I don't start thinking about my life and, owning who I am a little bit better, then I'm going to carry on making even worse decisions, like, sleeping with somebody's secretary and buying a car that I can't afford. So I have to make a stand. I had to make a stand and do something.
Well, at least you're very honest with yourself.
Well, you have to be honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, who are you going to be honest with?
It's true. Wise words from a wise man. Now, your book has spawned phrases such as, if you don't choose your midlife crisis will end up choosing you.
Yes.
Now, how has this all worked out for you? Are you still going through your midlife crisis?
Well, I'm hoping to go through my midlife crisis for quite a long while. Because, when the midlife crisis ends, that's when, like, old age and wisdom starts kicking in. So I'm going to hope to stay in the sweet spot of being anxious for quite a while. But I think it's true. If you don't, and it is about being honest with yourself, because the problem with most men, there's many problems with most men, but one of them is that they don't live very rich interior lives, and so they're not very good at being honest with themselves. And so when you aren't, you can't make informed decisions about your life. You end up kind of chasing impulses, not knowing why you're doing it. And so you go for your hair transplant, or you book your tickets for Africa Burn. Like, this is a thing that men of my age should not be at Africa Burn.
This is exactly what I think. And
right, because you're tired of the creepy old guys running around naked. I don't know, it's a place for people like you, the youth. You should be exposing yourselves to the elements, not us. And so, like, I didn't ever want to find myself booking a ticket to Africa Burn.
Well, if you ever do,
I should take a yurt, right? What's a yurt?
I don't know.
It's kind of a tent.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's those hippie
You
tents.
had the answer and you asked me.
Well, I know. Never ask a question you don't know the answer to.